Alrighty, we're in the next match here. It is going to be a Protoss versus Zerg matchup. In the top right-hand corner, he is the red Protoss. It is Kiiia.
And in the bottom left-hand corner, representing embers of Risen with the blue Zerg faces, we have Richard.
Alrighty, so ZVP definitely seems like it's an interesting one. I actually got to play some ZVP earlier. I decided to go on the Europe server and just kind of play random to see how well I would do, and definitely had to do a couple of ZVPs. So got a little bit of an experience with that. My experiences though was a lot of it seemed like a lot of cheesy play. So we'll have to see, what happens here. We do have an early expand here before even a gateway from the Protoss player, so that's definitely interesting here.
Not sure what that's about or if that's safe, especially the Zerg, but we are going to have to wait and see. Meanwhile, he is going to go ahead and get that hatch pool on the southwest side. See what he's going to use that for.
Oh yeah. Well, I think with the hatch pool, he may try to build up a couple of Zergs for defense. I know a lot of times Protoss players like to have those adepts and be able to kind of like put on some pressure, so maybe for some defense. But maybe even he might even be aggressive with this. We'll just have to see. And we do have 2 gateways for the Protoss, so he's going to be able to have something here.
Bro, pass him on the Overlord. See what's happening on the southwest corner. He's going to go ahead and get that speed boost for his lings.
Yep, and we only have a couple of lings in, which is good. So he definitely is just using that for scouting, for defense. So we'll have to see. He's scouting. He's able to see. Okay, he's researching that speed. He's only got one extractor, so he's only getting from gas from one place. So he doesn't see anything two things that he'll have to be worried about. So he should be good, and he's adding on the additional gateways as well as that cybernetics course. So so far it doesn't look like anything too aggressive is coming out from either side. Both kind of macroing up and being gentle to each other, I should say. But we do have a third hatch coming from the Zerg player, so we'll see what that is. See, we do have the Twilight Council and the robotics facility coming in. So, you think we're gonna see some immortals and some even a dark shrine? So, looks like he's gonna try to get some sneaky play here and try to get some pressure on with those dark shrine with the Dark Templar.
Yeah, he put it back there. Hopefully he can get that in before he gets some overseers. The third hatch is going to be done.
The Overlord's coming in, and he sees it, so he should be able to prepare for this. There was nothing in there to defense, and that Overlord's like, okay, I see what I need to do, and I'm getting out. So that's definitely a big scout for him. Hopefully, he should have saw that, which I think he did. And, he has the Roach Warren coming in, as well as the Evolution Chambers coming in, so he should be good, but I don't see him getting any overseers, or he's not getting any detection. So this could be definitely scary here for him if he doesn't do nothing. Oh, okay, he did get the Spore Crawlers finally started there, so he should be good with this. He's got enough to defend as long as it's not too crazy. He's got Zerglings, kind of wherever he needs to, so this should be good for the Zerg player if he can defend it.
Yeah, he seems to do everything correct so far. I don't see an overseer, but he does have the Spore Crawlers.
The the Protoss player, though, he did cancel that Dark Shrine. He just kind of faked him out with that. So he's not even going Dark Templars. Or he just, he saw that he got scouted. He's like, you know what? I'm just not going to go that now. So, and the Zerg player doesn't even know that now. So we'll have to see what he does here.
In the Templar Archives, as well as a Warp Prism. See what he's going to use that for. Stalker chasing out that Overlord doesn't want to be scouting anymore. Especially to find out that he's been faking him this whole time. So let's see what's going to happen. Stalkers are going to be loading up in that Warp Prism though. The depth's warping in as well.
Yeah. So he's expecting all of this Dark Templar, so he's guarded up, but he's going to come in with these. He's going to try to get some drone counts, but the Zerg player, he's got these Zerglings coming in. He's able to get those the probes off the line there, and he's really getting some work done.
Dep's trying to save the day, overcharging Pylon with the Mama Core. But it's not going to be able to hold so far. Oh, loading back up on the Overlord. Meanwhile, let's look at that Warp Prism coming in.
Yeah, he sees that they're prepared there, so he kind of pulls back. He does have the third Nexus, and he's trying to spread everything out, but because of that push, he's kind of oversaturated on some of his bases. So, but he's just kind of sitting back. He does have the High Templars, so it looks like he's going to be trying to do some storm drops here, and really try to disrupt the bases. Oh no, he's actually going to go into the Archons, so that could be really dangerous for the Zerg player.
Yeah, now he's got 3 Archons, a High Templar, an Adept, and bringing in some more High Templars. He's probably going to be warping out some more Archons. What do you think?
Yeah, I definitely think Archons are really strong against Zerglings. A lot of their damage is being able to spread, so I think they'll be strong. But he just doesn't have a whole lot here, and with all of what the Zerg player is defending with, I don't think he's going to be able to push past this. I think it's going to be kind of stopped, but he should be able to get maybe a little bit of damage done. So we'll have to see, because he is starting to push here.
We do have Kiiia. We do have him with Zealots, so he's going to be using that to defend the High Templars, or I'm sorry, the Archons. So they're going to have just enough range to attack, but they're still going to be safe.
Yeah, behind this,
so they should be able to live.
Behind this, he does have a few Stargates, so he's going to look to go into the sky, seeing that there isn't a whole lot of anti-air for the Zerg player. So if he can get, some Void Rays or anything, he should be good. But yeah, he's going in, trying to get some of this done, but I think the Zerglings are going to be able to shut this down. He comes in to push, and yeah, this is going to get defended here. He's not going to be able to clear this off. The Bailing's coming in. Big Bailing shots. Able to take all those Archons out. Able to clean this up. But because there's no anti-air really, he is able to keep attacking with that Mothership Core. He's putting in more units, but he's having to force them out. Force them back because, just being overrun here. Looks like he's going to lose his Mothership Core if he's not careful. He does lose that, so, that's definitely dangerous. But he should be able to just make another one at home, but that does kind of, hurt him a little bit, not being able to have those overcharges or anything. So,
well, we see these Zerglings pushing in to the Protoss base right now.
He is making some Phoenixes, but I just don't think they're going to be too good here. I mean, he might be able to pick up some of the Queens or something while he's attacking, but with the Zerglings as mass as they are, and with all these units, unless he can build up a whole big unit of them, I just don't see him being too good.
Even if he does build a whole lot of Phoenixes, there's no way he's going to be able to pick up every single one of those, as well as those Roaches and Ravagers in the back. No, it's not going to be enough.
Oh yeah, and another thing too to note is with this wall that the Protoss has, I mean, just the Zerg is hardly able to get in that base. I mean, it's making it single file line. Definitely makes it a little bit easier to defend. But he just has to be so careful because, You know, if he can get a hold of some of those units.
Here comes the parade going right into the Archons. Banlings
Oh
making
yeah,
their way.
he's able to clean up some of those. Nice target fire on those Bailings, but
both gonna draw.
not
There
enough.
They go. Wow.
Over here we got Phoenixes, we got some of the Adepts. Another battle.
You know, waste his biles. He's throwing his biles up. None of them connect.
He's able to pick up one of those Ravengers, and he's getting... Oh, he's even got Void Rays coming in now. So, I mean, he's definitely trying to go full sky. He's seeing that he doesn't have too much anti-air still. But, man, he's just...
It's funny, he just built more Zealots, too. So... I think he's going to keep on doing what his plan is intended for. I think he's going to go ahead and keep on pushing, trying to take out those Lings, knowing that he's still going Ravager Lings.
He is going researching charge, so it looks like he's going to go with a charge lot combination of with these Void Rays and stuff, and those charge lots, once they get in there, they're so tanky. So he should be able to kind of hold the line there. And especially with the Archons being able to do some, I mean, he could get some real damage done here. As long as he keeps sitting back and he keeps building up those Void Rays and everything. It's just going to be so hard for the Zerg player to defend against unless he can get some kind of anti-air. I mean, seeing what he's done, it does look like he is getting some Hydras, which are really nice. So we'll have to see what all he does here.
Another push by the Protoss player, a few Void Rays. Going work to those Zerglings. Couple Archons making their way. Got a Warp Prism.
Oh yeah, warping in, trying to get that down, better access, to be able to get to the bases. So looks like he did put some in the Warp Prism, so he may try to drop once the army is distracted. But just a mass, you know. It's 98 to 93 army supply, so I mean they're pretty close in army supply, but a lot of the chunk of that army is just in Void Rays and Phoenixes. So he's going on his 5th base now. If he can get that running, you know, he's definitely going to have the supply, and he's even, you know, doubling the mineral income of the Protoss players. So he's able to remake any of those units that he loses in these engagements. So. Definitely a scary situation for the Protoss if he can't keep this contained. There is a drop here, a warp in, if you would like, a charge lots over here in this new base before it can even get taken care of. Looks like he might be able to get this actually. He's getting some Archons. He's going to try to take out this base, so that could definitely help. At the same time,
Barely lives as he takes out the Ravager. Now, there's one single Ravager. Nope, now he's warping in some more.
Yeah.
Go ahead and take out that expansion. Meanwhile, the Lings are going to come try to save the day. Are they going to come in time?
Yeah. Well, all this is going on in his 3rd base. He was sitting there trying to get some damage done. He's getting out all these Overlords, trying to break down his army supply to where he can make anything. Just, you know, multi-prong attacks, which is good. And it looks like we're going to have a counterattack here with all these Zerglings. Oh, but they decide to push back to try to defend against this. Is he going to get it? It's low. Looks like he is going to be able to clean this up finally without losing that, which is really big for him. So, I mean, it is low, but thankfully it's still there. So he should be able to keep defending, and he's counterattacking with this. Knows that he just took out all that army supply. It's 18 army supply to 96, so I don't see him really being able to defend this. And all the Bailings being morphed, as well as some Ravager or some Lurkers. So he's definitely going to try to take all of this down. We do have a 4th base coming out for the Protoss players, so he'll have a little bit of an income, but just 26 army to supply to 104. I just don't see it. And, you know, the Protoss player, he's doesn't even have any upgrades, and the Zerg player, you know, he's on, I think it's 2-2 now. Here he comes in. Attacking the base, getting all those probes. He's got the lurkers down, and there's really not any...
falls.
Oh, yeah. That's big for the Zerg player to be able to get that down. There is a couple of DTs going. He's going to try.
Those lurkers were a good idea, and he still doesn't have a single observer. Oh, he does get the observer.
He did have one, but I think that the Zerg player did take it out. But he's trying to get some counter aggression here, but there's just too much. I don't think he's going to be able to. There's the wraparound from the Zergling.
Got 100 more supply than the Protoss player. It's not going to be enough. This Archon's going to be surrounded as if they were never there. Then one final push is going to end the game, unless he pulls something.
Yeah, he needs a miracle right now. I mean, he does have some DTs going. He's going to try to stop this a little bit, but there's just so much, and with those Overseers, he's not going to be able to get nothing done. He might get a couple units, but, you know, 3 Dark Templar for a couple of Zerglings, you know, it's just not going to be much. So we do have him coming in.
No robotics play, no fleet beacon. He doesn't have any kind of high-tier unit. It's not going to be able to stop him. No Colossus, no nothing. He's just going to have to take this loss.
So much damage being dealt. The Bailings just going ham, as well as the Lurkers. Just everything is dying. There's nothing here to defend. 27 to 122 army supply. He is just demolishing these bases. He pulls back again because there is an attack going on in his with all these charge lots. He's able to get this base kind of taken down a little bit with all these drones, but there's just nothing for him to defend at home. So he's, you know, he's attacking at his base and plus trying to defend over here. So he should be able to get this taken care of. And all the Bailings coming in, as well as Lurkers and a Ravager. He just has nothing here. I mean, I don't see him coming back from this.
And there's no way. That's not even half of his army right there in his base.
We do have an extra base coming out here. He's going to try to do a sneaky build-up from here, but I just don't see it happening.
All his production buildings have already fallen. It's not going to happen. The only thing left these guys is that robotics facility. There's no way he can produce. I don't see him having any chance at all unless there's something we don't know of, but we can see everything.
Yeah. I mean, he's doing good. He's being cautious. He's holding some of his army back just to kind of defend, just in case he does try to do some counter pushes. But there's so much damage being done on the opposite side. You know, as I see, is 38 to 144 supply, 100 army supply to 11. So there's just so much of a difference.
Trying to do what he can while warping in 3 gateways, oversupplied.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to hold on. He's trying to build back up, but
maybe he's just being rude. Oh, there goes a GG.
There's GG.
All right.